This is a quick update about eBay and Simple Delivery. Simple Delivery was, and I think, designed to make it easier for everyone, and everyone can argue about whether it's good or bad. But however, I've just gone now to one of my ones that I'm just going to relist, and all the unlisted items I've got in my channel, they're all been automatically updated. It's the only things that have been touched because all the other ones I've done manually. But the unlisted ones, it's done it for me already because, of course, now it's past the 7th and apparently they're going through and updating entries around the world. It's going to take time, I guess. But the unlisted ones have been updated. I truly hope my listed ones don't get updated as well. That will be weird. However, let's just go down and there's a change. Change in the last couple of days because a few days ago, and I could go back to my original video because I've been doing a few videos on this and I can show what it was for this package size. Well, they've changed the package size. So it's another update with only a few days to go. And I still don't think it's right. Anyway, let's just click here. So it at least has got the correct value. Now, I did notice this morning that some of my entries had 750 grams there, which doesn't exist anymore. So this obviously I just caught it in the middle of some update, one of those things. But still, let's just click here and I can see now the list. We've now got an up to 100 grams. I'm quite certain that wasn't there before. Maybe I'm wrong. Maybe I just ignored it because none of my books fit that category. Obviously, this is for concert tickets, stamps, trading cards, as it says. And we got this one as well, up to 1 kilogram, and this 35 times. I'm quite certain that was not there. That was the 750 gram. Now we got this up to 1 kilogram. Okay, I guess that's something useful because small parcel, some of mine will probably be small parcel, and I will be updating many of my entries to this one. I hope it doesn't change again because maybe it will change because I still think they're missing a really obvious one. Up to 2 kilogram and small parcel. That's not there. Many of my books actually fit that. I know it doesn't say that hardcover books, I don't know what sort of hardcover books they have, but many of my hardcover books, an omnibus edition, often 1.9 kilograms or 1.8 kilograms and so on. They're hardbacks, but they're big hardbacks. So it doesn't fit their settings at all there. So I'm just going to go with this one. This one is correct, recommended. Some of the recommended have been wildly all over the place. Small ones have been recommended as large. Big ones have been recommended as small. So, but you can change them, tweak them manually. It's a bit of a pain. This, I assume, will go in the next couple of days. I'm surprised they haven't ditched it already. It makes no sense, really, to have a system where it's actually updating everything at the same time still keeping this. This is another thing that I find slightly odd with the eBay Simple Delivery. They said on the 7th they will be updating everything automatically, and then they're still letting people still enter and create ones up until the 15th. I can't see the logic there, but why not just do both? Just do the whole lot on one day or spread over a period of time. Obviously, it's manually. You enter it, it will be no custom postage. But the update, obviously, system's going to take a couple of days to process millions and millions of entries and spread that all over the world. Okay, so I'm going with that and done. That one at least was correct and the right, and buyer will pay. I'm going to go for buyer. So you got here, and I could do some more updates as well. But that is a slight change to Simple Delivery. Now, I have also noticed since going to Simple Delivery, and it may be a very big coincidence, and it's possibly a coincidence, and I don't like saying, oh, it's that, because maybe some other change, maybe the bit where I've gone from buyer pays from seller pays. So it may be because I'm not doing free delivery. Maybe I've gone down somehow in the metrics with eBay and they're not recommending, or obviously my entries are probably slightly lower now because of that. Even though the actual price going to be paid by the customer is actually a lot less than before. Doesn't make sense, I know. I've actually gone through a lot of these thinking, oh, you know what, I priced it a bit too high there. I put it at £10. I put it down to £3 or £4. I think, you know what, it probably isn't really £10. Yes, you have to pay the postage, but with that additional reduction, it's a lot cheaper than it was. And literally the sales have just dropped. And it could be other reasons. Could be my listings. I've changed a few entries. Maybe the keywords I've used, I've somehow ruined my entries. And it maybe the whole system is a bit unstabilized. Maybe. I can't say. I think it's always one of these things where this big change is happening at the moment that we're probably going to get, I think for myself, I'm assuming a couple of weeks at least before any real sort of, things might perk up again. Hopefully that will be the case. Or if not, maybe I'll be looking to go on Amazon, Vinted, whatever. I don't know at this stage. But I'm not going to just give up because of a period of a couple of days or week where it's literally died a death. All the sales was getting regularly, not that many compared with some people. I was getting about 10 sales a week. And as I'm decluttering books, I know not the world's greatest, but that's what I've got, books. That's what I bought over the last 40 years. I haven't bought whatever that's a trendy thing to sell. So I'm just decluttering my stuff. So these books, I can wait. I can be patient on it. Books, of course, are a tricky thing to sell because you're in competition with some big companies that can really lower the prices. You're going to get books, super heavy books, and you'll see them at £3. And for most people, that is just not going to be possible to send that, and other than posting it at £10. And you're always going to have competition. I'm not going to jump to any conclusion about why things are so very, very quiet at the moment. Because I've looked online, lots of people were doing very, very well. I would imagine, and again, this is purely speculation, if the private sellers are having problems because their books now, or whatever they're selling, are too expensive because with buyer protection, plus all the additional postage issues and things, maybe people are going to be going to, obviously, the business sellers. So maybe business sellers are going to do a lot better. I've noticed there's quite a few business sellers on there saying that they're selling loads of books and things, which is great. I don't think it should be, obviously, one against the other. So I think it's just... So hopefully things will stabilise, maybe over the next couple of weeks. We'll see. It would be nice if the package size stayed the same. Please put in the comments below if you've got any thoughts about this. Would you like to see the 2 kilograms small parcel? I think it should be there. I do not know why eBay have not added that. It seems to be a massive oversight. Not that it seems to make any difference, because I have sent them as medium parcel. I've sent them, and the post office looks and says, strange, that's a lot smaller than the ones you got as listed as small parcel. So it's slightly odd, but it still goes into the system and they've been delivered. So obviously they're not being rejected. I haven't experienced anything bounce back yet from any of those ones that are going as medium. So that's, as long as it's got a stamp on it, Royal Mail stamp, etc., via obviously eBay, that I'm happy with that. So if you've had any issues, please let me know in the comments. It'd be really nice to know if things are going. Maybe you've noticed a massive sales increase, and that's great. Really brilliant. Hopefully that is the case. But have you seen or had any problems? Have you noticed any of your listings being changed, and are they genuinely always correct? Are they always setting it to the right recommended package size? Be nice to know. A like or dislike, always appreciated. Please subscribe to the channel. Now, it's not always about eBay and those sort of things, obviously, because it's about books and selling. I've sold a few on, obviously, eBay. I'm obviously going to put some of these on, but most time I do book reviews as well as video reviews and also comic reviews and those sort of things. So if you're interested in those, please subscribe to the channel. Anyway.